I'm back. What? You didn't notice my absence? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay. I'm still doing this though. Let's do this. So, little disclaimer, I've been out for a month now. Unfortunately, my girlfriend had a little accident that proved to be very limiting. So, yeah, I spend most of the time with her to help her with her day-to-day life stuff. And fortunately, she's great now. Hey, kudos for her. And so, fortunately, I'll be able to catch up, and there's a lot of stuff that is on the backlog that I need to go through. Some of them I will probably not be able to, but I'll need to find the time to do it. With that said, if you didn't notice, this past week LEGO revealed a ton of sets, and there was a lot happening this week, and through LEGO's own media channels and shop, through partner shops, through websites, there was a lot. And it's always exciting when this happens, a bit like what happened for January this year. But if we thought, or at least if I thought we already had a very strong lineup for the first half of the year, this one revealed to be, in some cases, really jaw-dropping. And it's, yeah, I have a lot to say, especially for LEGO City. But today we'll be looking at the Speed Champion set and sharing my thoughts. It won't be a first impressions because I had time to distill those images really well, and I have a ton of things I want to say, but I feel like if I'm going to do a video like this, it will sound a bit more like a review without having the real product in my hands, which makes no sense. So I'll try to make it short and just give you my thoughts of what we're getting. So let's jump right in. Okay, first off, here's something very unexpected. Actually, not that unexpected. So this model, first of all, it's a Lamborghini Lambo V12 Vision GT supercar, and I really want to talk about this little Vision GT here. I'm really glad they picked a Vision GT car and did this. It's amazing. I'm a big fan of Gran Turismo, so when they did the Solus GT McLaren, I heard that it was based on a Forza Motorsport car, and I was like, how did they pick the Forza Motorsport car? Vision GT or Gran Turismo would have been so nice. But then, I think there was a Lego pack for Forza at one point, so yeah, it made sense. But seeing this collaboration is great, and I hope that we'll see more in the future. Like, hey, for me, they can do a Gran Turismo line with all concept cars. I'd be amazing. I have no words. Anyways, first impressions are really amazing. I already went by myself and looked at a lot of little details here and there, and compare with the real thing. And all in all, they did an amazing job. There's 2 or 3 details that I think are like, what? But overall, I think they did a terrific job. It's because, given the medium, I don't know how they could have done it better. And they made really good decisions. Personally, I really like the fact that they used this medium azure, I think, piece, and printed on top to keep this. They probably could have printed just here. That could have been an option probably, but personally, I'm glad they did this. It all will come down to how good the printing of these parts is. I hope that this kind of green ends up being really well, that it will look good on the final product, but time will tell. This is really good. One of the things I really didn't like is the back diffuser. It strikes me as it's just almost comical. It's a big diffuser on the real car, but it doesn't stand behind the spoiler. And the spoiler here, the back wing, has good proportions. So what ends up being, yeah, out of proportion is really this. I really like how they did this line. This line is present on the real car. On the real car, this ends up also being part of the cockpit. Here it's represented with black, and this little suggestion of the side door window. But all in all, I mean, I'm not sure they could get a better canopy to do this. And yeah, this looks amazing. The back wheel, you can see that this on the real thing is just one piece, but here they did a really smart thing where they divided it, and it's just touching, barely touching. And this is connected here, this is connected here, and this is its own thing. So yeah, there was a lot of really good design choices here. Really like the printing here. There's a lot of printing going on. You can see here, of course, these, this and this is of course stickers like here and here, and here and here. Yeah, there's a lot of stickers, but nothing too exaggerated. This here, I think it's the part that they have here is just turned around yeah, I'm not sure. I'm also not sure that the back cover opens like the real thing. But it's nice we have some suggestion of engine here. So yeah, I mean, all in all, it's really good. Yeah. Looking at the real exhaust, I think this choice of part was really smart. There's a lot here that is really smart. This, I cannot put my finger if it's a sticker, because the way this is rendered, it looks like a sticker, but still it doesn't. It looks more like the side of the print has some highlight, and the highlight is not as deep as this. Here you can really see that it is a sticker. So yeah, I also really like what they did here with the fender, the real thing as a wing. So the back of the wheel is really showing just like the real thing, and then they have a kind of a fin on each side. And this fender, even though it's not centered, it works really well for me. So you know, it's Lego, and yeah, you do what you can with the parts you have, and I think this is really good. Yeah, really impressed with this one. Initially, when I heard what the rumors about this set, I was like, meh. But truth be told, just that logo there and the fact that they did an amazing job here. Even though, you know, the real thing is supposed to have like this gap, because and you can see the suspension arms, and Lego also, they did this with the Valkyrie, the Aston Martin Valkyrie, and the Solus GT, which are cars that are very similar, and they play with the shapes and try to give it some gaps, but in the end, you know, it needs to be connected. And here, by making this all black, it kind of really tricks your eyes into, yeah, thinking that these are kind of separate from the body of the car. And for me, it works. You know, it's really playing with your senses. And of course, if here in a white background, you can see that it's a whole thing. But still, they managed to try and have some gaps. Actually, the gap here is pretty substantial. That's really good. Funnily enough, I saw a video of Supercar Blondie having the first view of the concept car in real life, and they put here a suspicious blonde, long-haired blonde woman. Funny. Maybe it's a little nod. Anyways, this is a great set, or at least it will prove to be a good set. 230 pieces. Yeah, it's pretty much in the range of what Lego does with Speed Champions. So yeah, pretty good. Oof. Let's talk about this one. Yeah, let's go with this one. So when the leaked images were released, there were photos of packaging, it seemed, and so there was some perspective to them, and yeah, a bit blurry, but also very distorted. and this seemed a lot more, well, a little more inclined that it looks here. Still, I think it's too much, but at the end, and this is really the nice thing about this, and it's a bit like drawing caricature. You take the most the most identifiable characteristics of someone or something, and you exaggerate them, or you bring them forth more than other elements. And honestly, I think it really works here to its advantage. I don't think it's perfect, but when you look at what they did with the Lamborghini Urus and what they did here, it's just night and day. Of course, there are two different types of SUVs. This one, of course, has a lot more room, but if they have done the Urus probably a bit bigger, and I've seen this one. I see this the G63 a lot where I live. And also the Urus. I'm lucky enough to see a lot of supercars where I live, and honestly, the Urus could have been, if they were doing it now, I think they would have nailed the fact that, you know, putting some back a seat and stuff like that. And yeah, but that's not about the Urus. We're talking about this. Anyways, so I think they did a terrific job here. Now with the S63, funny story. When I saw the leaks, I thought. And when I heard about them, the first thing that came to mind, I knew it was the G63, but I thought it was we were gonna get the Mercedes AMG GT in the Roadster version. Now, apparently the AMG GT is not in the market anymore, but still, I really thought that it was that one. And when I saw the leaked images, I saw this sticker, and I was like, this doesn't look like the GT, and it looks so long, and it took me so much time. I think only when I got the official images is that the moment I looked at the name of the set, and oh yeah, of course, now yeah, this doesn't look like a GT, of course. Okay, I love it. So yeah, in the beginning I was like, this doesn't look like a AMG GT Roadster. So bad. But yeah, now that I know it's a Class S and it's the AMG S63, I have a lot of positive vibes from this. Of course, the front seems a bit wider because of these two pieces here that really don't. Yeah, I know what they do. We know why they do this. It's for transition from one plane to a different plane. In this case, it's even a more complex plane with the rounded corner here. All in all, I really like it, and it's not perfect. I already compared it. There's a lot of things I'll be covering during the review, but all in all, I think they did a terrific job from these images. It's not perfect. I don't like the fact that this is like this, and I know they need some structure. They needed to fill in, make sure the structure would be able to, to be there to create the shapes they wanted, but I'm still unsure why this happened. And when I build it, I really want to understand why, because if you see the minifigure is somewhere around here. There would be so much space for the initial structure, and yeah, not having, like, just take these two plates and you have a way better looking G63. Still, I'm okay with this. I think I need to see it in real life, but it's not perfect. I would like this handle to be a bit further back, but the way they built the fenders here, which seems like it was with either 2x1 jumpers or 3x1 double jumper thing, I don't know, but the way they did it, they could probably not do it in any other way. So yeah, you can also see that there's these bars here where the windows are connected, and this allows for some angle on the back, and that's pretty neat actually. But look at the profile of this. This is really good, and this is really tasty. It's this is so good. Yay, really like it. So yeah, as you can see, the windows are a bit angled, and something tells me that maybe you can open the windows to the sides to have a better access to the interior when you remove the roof, but we'll see. I really like what they did here with the third brake light that stands just across the spoiler. The spoiler is deployed after a certain speed. This here is a miss for me, but yeah, we'll see. The side view looks really great. You know, it's the right piece, but yeah, this piece just goes in, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the SUV is substantial, and you can see that you can open the hood. So there's this AMG on the cover of the engine. Same here. Unfortunately, it doesn't open all, but we'll see. We might get some surprises here. Who knows? Same here. It's just the center part, but we'll see. I'm just talking from first impression here. A lot of room, four-seated. Yeah, this is gonna be amazing. Just imagine just throwing some snowboards on the back. Yay! Yeah, I mean it presents really well. I'm not even mad about these up caps. I don't own any, so I don't really know in real life how it looks, and it feels like yeah, I'll need to see that. But this one is really strong, and yeah. The interior, well, what I've been seeing with recent Mercedes is that they basically have like 17 screens here. I wish they had a bit more screen on the passenger side, but hey, maybe this version is a cheap version. As you can see here, yeah, so the angle does leave a bit of gap here, which is not ideal, but it's okay. It's mainly a black profile vehicle, and so yeah, there's pretty much that. Funny how the seats are one stud in the front. Well, maybe they had needed to do that because of the space for the wheel cover here. Yeah, but all in all, they did some really nice stuff. Like for example, here, this is in the real G363. Also, they used the grader here to good effect. I mean, this is gonna be amazing, and I can imagine this is probably, yeah. How many parts do you talking here? 800. Yeah, so if this one has at least as many parts as the Lamborghini, we're talking about 230. Yeah, this will be easily 500 parts. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. Okay, on to this one. And yeah, so I heard the rumors about this one, and I was excited, even though I knew that the green would not match. This one matches more. I would say so. That's the thing. It's a bit tricky. Do we have real? Yeah. So this is the normal, what I would call a normal green for Lego. And of course, when you see and I think it's in the packaging actually. Yeah, so they would never be able to do this Aston Martin green, which is metallic. Yeah, it's a shame, but yeah, sometimes you need to do some compromises, and this was the main one for sure. So I looked into the McLaren we got in the first half of the year, and the build is very similar. The front wing is basically carbon copy. The biggest differences are the back wing and the fact that here on the McLaren you got one of these newer pieces here they used the 2x1, and this is also a different take. And there's actually one thing I said during my review of the McLaren, that I would have loved to see this line to be a bit more straight and, you know, connecting the back, and while it's really just one tile, I think, or one plate high on the McLaren. Here they did this, but everything else, you can see the arches here, the rounded windows with the ski, these pieces. I mean, everything else is pretty much the same. Now I can imagine under the hood pun unintended. Under the hood, they probably made some different building choices that in the end up leading to the same thing. Like for example, this was a good solution for the McLaren, but I would have liked to see them do something different. And so this looks almost like it's, well, basically for me it feels like a recolor of the McLaren. So that's pretty much it. But yeah, it's gonna be really amazing to see this and the Mercedes and the McLaren all together. It's gonna be, yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun putting those three together. Then we have the Vantage, and again, the Vantage also, yeah, if you know the real car, they had to do some choices. Some I get it, some I don't. Now the profile, again, you can really see by the Mercedes and the Lambo and other cars that from the initial 2024 wave, that Lego designers, of course, it's a bit like modeling a car in 3D. You work with blueprints, you work with reference images, and they nail the side, and sometimes they nail the front. But then when you look at the three-quarter view like this, it doesn't always match that well. Now, yeah, I looked into the photos of the real thing. I get why they used this. It was a great idea, and yeah, then the nose kind of dives, and there's this little, I'm not sure if you can call it a ridge or a crest here, and everything makes sense until you see that there's no rounded front, and that's really something that throws me off. But there's a lot of really nice construction details here. You can see they used a 1x2 jumper with 2x2 side jumper. I don't know what I'm saying here. And then they used 2x1s, yeah, 2x1s panels. And this gives 2 layers. I really enjoy that. But again, the real thing is so many. Yeah, the grill, the shaping of the grill is good, but then the detailing of the grill is not amazing, unfortunately. Same with the side vent here. It doesn't really match the real thing. Again, they use the 2x1 cheese slopes here for transitioning to the back. The back, there's a lot of things here that I like. I like the effort they put in this. It's always welcome. But I'm not totally convinced by the bottom of the car, which is, yeah, again, they could have done things a bit differently, but I'll keep that for my review. Maybe I'll change my opinion by then. Yeah, it's good enough. It's really enough. One thing I'm really missing here, though, is that I thought this Aston Martin pace car or safety car, or you want to call it, was revealed in the, I'm not sure if it was Saudi Arabia F1 Grand Prix. I'm not sure if it was that one. And so you can see a lot of Aramco stickers and stuff like that. So I'm not sure this was the livery they used for that Grand Prix, but Aramco is actually a Saudi Arabia company, oil company, I think, or energy company. And so yeah, it's very Aramco. But the images I saw of it when it was first revealed, it had the F1 Federation logo here, a big one, and it's a shame we didn't get that here. So yeah, oh well, it is what it is. Again, I mean, the Aramco not only sponsors, it sponsors the F1, so it's just normal that they had put them here. But yeah, I would like to have a official F1 logo here. That would have been really, really amazing. All in all, yeah, I think we're getting a really strong wave here, and there's still two model references that haven't been revealed yet. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So very strong lineup. We got 3 sets, 5 cars in 3 sets, so that's pretty good. We get a concept car from Lamborghini that was born from a Vision GT and Gran Turismo, which is amazing. We get 2 Mercedes back. Wow. And it's cars that you know, that you can see on the street. A lot of people were really asking for this wave to have less sports cars and a bit more of stock cars and road cars. And I think that in the 2-pack, they didn't go for 1 sports car and 1 road car. That's really great. I really like that they did this with the Mercedes. And then we got the F1 set that is really nicely topped up with a pace car, and I think that's really the amazing stuff. It's not like back in the 6 wide era where they would give you an F1 and some side builds. No one wants a side build. We want another car, yeah, and that's what they're doing. And related to F1, so I'm really happy with that. And yeah, I'm still trying to not think too much about the color accuracy, but compromises. So yeah, there's still 2 reference going around for Speed Champions. There's 2 set numbers still going around. People don't really know what they are. Personally, I'm speculating one of them might be a polybag. I'm not sure how many polybags for Speed Champions are released per year, if it's 1 per wave or 1 per year. We already got 1 polybag this year with the McLaren F1 car. So I'm not sure we will get a second one. And then there's a rumor saying that we might get one of the one of the ones we were expecting the most during the 6 stud Speed Champions era, which was the F14. And a lot of people are saying that, yeah, we're getting one. And if that is true, yeah. I love the Countach. I had a poster when I was a kid during the 80s, but F40 as the F40, and they do this. The 6 wide version was fine when it was released, but really we need a 8 wide version, because the 6 wide version really aged poorly, contrary to the Creator Expert we got like 10 years or more ago, which I didn't manage to get. And that one, I think it still looks pretty special and pretty good, but the Speed Champions version doesn't. So if that rumor is true, we're gonna get probably the best Speed Champions wave or year so far. Fingers crossed. So anyways, my next video will probably be me doing a overview of the new revealed Lego City sets, and I hope to make it short, which will be really complicated, but I'll try. I always try. And yeah, until then, have a nice one. Go and build yourself some Lego. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and see you soon.